Welcome back for lesson 59. This is our third type of factoring. And this is the last type that we will be working on in this unit. After this is going to be a mix of everything. We are factoring using the trinomial method. And remember, from last packet, trinomial means there are three terms. So just like with the other lessons, I'm going to use my answer key a decent chunk of the time just because it's a little bit neater. So for exercise 1, it says consider the expression x squared plus 6x plus 8. When I look at this, I automatically go, ooh, there's three terms. We're going to use the trinomial method. But let's just work through this. So the GCF for all three of these, we have an x squared, a 6x, and an 8, is a 1. So we could say there's no GCF, but we really mean there's no usable GCF. So we can't factor using the GCF. And then in part B, we also can't factor using difference of perfect squares. It's not that's two words, binomial. There's not two terms. There's three. And those numbers are not perfect squares. Actually, the only thing that's a perfect square is the x squared. Get rid of all my scribbles. So this is a third type of factoring problem. It can be factored using the trinomial method. So if you want to pause this for a sec, you can. If you want to copy this, how do you know? So there are three terms, more or less, and you can't use this method. The first term is an x squared. If it's a 6x to the third, you cannot do trinomial. If there's anything other than just x squared, that's a different story. So now here are our steps. Okay, actually, don't worry about writing this. That's my own personal thing. Step 1, we have to write two parentheses. When we did difference of perfect squares, we did the plus and the minus. We're not going to do that this time. We are just going to write our two parentheses, and instead of a plus and a minus, we're going to put X's. We don't know what those signs are, and that's what makes this so tricky. Now, here we just have two blanks, here and here. So on my second step, I said, step 2, fill in the blanks. So we have to find two numbers to go in these spots. They have to multiply to the last term and add up to the middle term. When you're finished copying this, turn the page and we will practice.